G'day guys, how you going? It's Brad here from the Headshot Guys, and I'm here just to talk to you quickly about my workshop that's coming up on the 26th of October. It's called Shooting Faces, so primarily it's about how to shoot a face. Now, in my 35 odd years as a professional photographer, one of the things that I've realised is that it doesn't matter how good your gear is, how good your light is, if people don't know how to make an expression, then your photo is going to look a bit ordinary. So whether you shoot weddings or headshots or portraits or models, if you can understand a person's face and what their face is trying to do or doing, then you're going to be that much closer to being able to produce a really good image. So nowadays we have a lot of personal branding and lifestyle photography kicking around the place. Obviously social media is bursting through the roof at the moment, and small business people are starting to understand that they need to look good in their headshots and their lifestyle photos. So the only way to do that is by understanding their face. So there are a certain number of things that you can learn about people's face in general, and then once you have a handle on those types of things, then you will be able to adapt each person's face. So my core belief is that being photogenic is not necessarily about being good looking, it's about looking good. Now your job as a portrait photographer, and when I say portrait photographer, I don't just mean taking family portraits, I mean you're a portrait photographer if you do headshots, if you do weddings, if you do events, if you do family portraits, if you do individual portraits, corporate portrait, doesn't matter what it is. If there's people in your picture, you need to know about their face. Now you need to know about symmetry, you need to know about people's eyes and which one is bigger. You need to identify someone's better side. You need to be able to identify which side of their mouth that they smile out of first. You need to be able to look at their teeth. You need to be able to look at and work out what are people really anxious about, because there's not too many people aside from models and actors that are going to stand in front of your camera and be really comfortable. So that's another part of what you need to be able to do, is to make people comfortable. So the workshop is about giving you the tools to understand somebody's face and hopefully take a few steps forward in making them look better. This is my studio in Robina. This is where you would come to for the 6-hour session. There's a lot of information to be crammed into that 6 hours. Obviously we talk a lot about the setup of the studio, we talk about lighting, we talk about cameras, we talk about how to position your client's face or your subject's face so that you can optimize their ability to look good. Like at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You need this, you need to have an understanding of this and what they are doing with their own face. Now, if you can get that, you'll be well on your way to taking good portrait photographs. We also look at Lightroom. We also look at Photoshop, which are the two main tools that I use. I'll certainly show you what I do in relation to editing and how I light someone's face. These rules are not set in stone, but it certainly gives you a start point. Now, obviously I shoot in a studio primarily, but these rules and these ideas can be adapted to shooting outside, inside, wherever it is that you are. So please come and join me. I'm Brad from the Headshot Guys. Come and join me in the workshop. I look forward to seeing you here. Thank you.